Hey everyone, I'm Angela Fazio. This is Girl, Educate Yourself.
And I'm Kristen Cantrell. And today we get to talk with Kyleigh Davis about leveraging social media. So Kyleigh, why don't you get started and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Kyleigh Davis. I am from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and today I'm just going to kind of talk about leverage on social media, how I have grown my business through Instagram mainly. So we'll kind of touch on that. I'm from New Mexico. I am a mom of two boys, Maddox and Jackson. They are 4 and 6, and married to my husband, Jesse. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. I'm really excited about this topic.
Yeah, so excited. Tell us how you leverage social media.
So I had started being really big on social media probably 4 years ago or so. And it's been my biggest referral source other than just word of mouth referrals. So one of the biggest things for me getting started with my social media, if you haven't really started yours, was branding yourself. I've created a brand for myself called ABQ Realtor Life, and I use that for all my real estate stuff. But I also do, and I haven't been as good with my blog recently just because I've been super busy, but I have a blog too that kind of speaks to ABQ lifestyle things, like events happening in Albuquerque, different restaurants that are coming up, and new concerts or anything like that that's happening. So I kind of post on that in the blog and as well on my Instagram. So that's kind of the brand that I've created for myself. But on my Instagram, sorry, I have some little notes over here.
It's okay.
I always do the 80-20% rule that I post, because a lot of realtors get lost and always posting look at my new sale, look at me, and it's pretty much all about what they're doing, and it's comes off very cold to me. So something big for me, and I think that a lot of people are more interested in following you and getting to know you and your family or hobbies or whatever you do. So I do 80% lifestyle post and 20% real estate post. And I've had different reactions with this, just because a lot of people are oh, I have a separate account for my personal stuff and then one for my business stuff. But like I said, I think that when you have just post after post of closed sale, pending this review,
boring.
Yeah, it's very boring. No one wants to see that, honestly. And a lot of people get sick of it. They're ugh, I don't want to follow this person anymore, because they get kind of over that. So I do lifestyle pictures with the kids, or things that we've done, or events and stuff like that. And most people get attached to me as a person because they start following my kids, and they start to want to see more pictures of the kids. But then they're also oh, I really like her because she's a mom, and I connect with her on that level, or something else that they see on my profiles, and they're oh, I'd love to work with her as a real estate agent because I really like the person that she kind of is through what they see on my lifestyle posts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, one of the biggest things that I have done. And then as far as building my content, every month I sit down and I have just normal little Post-its, and I think of it, every kind of post day 1 through 30 that I'm going to do. So I'll write all the different ideas on one post on each Post-it, and I'll kind of show you over here. I'm going to move my camera, but on my door, you guys can kind of see all the posts over there. After I write them all down, I put them as a month. And so for that week, I'll be okay, I need to get these posts created. And at first I was going to do it to where I did the whole month, but it's really impractical to do that. I mean, but for me, it's just a lot of time. So I find that doing it just weekly works better for me. So I just plan that content for the week, get everything made, whether it's a static post on your grid or doing a reel, which this month, I've been a lot more doing like reels and stuff, which that's the direction that Instagram is moving, right? Is more videos. They don't really, it's not necessarily, they actually announced that it's not a photo like sharing platform anymore. It's more videos.
So weird.
Yeah.
I love photos. Sometimes I don't want to watch videos.
Really?
Yes, I like both, but I'm like, why say no photos?
Yeah, I like both too. And I think that I still do like half and half kind of. Because
can I interrupt you? Like, I know that Reels is a humongous hot topic right now for some people. How do you come up like with ideas? How do you come up with different ideas? Like, how do you think differently about Reels than you do about a post or a story? Like in your mind, when you're doing your brainstorming, how are you thinking differently about those?
So I'll kind of do the brainstorming thing of like what like real estate topics I want to talk about for that month. Well, as far as like if it's like a lender kind of thing, or like home selling tips or why you should sell right now kind of things. And then I'll just look on the reels, like I'll scroll through reels to kind of like get different ideas of what's like trending right now, like what music is trending. So I'll kind of like just go off of the trending music and try to see how I can kind of like make it geared towards that piece that I want to. Like today I'm posting one on why to sell right now. Like what are the top 5 reasons to sell in like this market and stuff. So, and I just picked one of like the trending sounds and kind of geared it towards that.
Got it.
And it's something that at first I was like, oh, like I don't want to do that because you look silly or you feel ridiculous making them. And you also feel ridiculous taking the time to make them sometimes. I'm like, what am I doing? Like dancing around my office. This is so ridiculous. But I've gotten a lot of people who have like reached out to me, especially on the real estate post. Like when I did a lender one that was like, talking about how much you put that you can put down for different types of loans. But with the lender ones, you want to be careful just because obviously that's not our area of expertise, but you can be pretty like bold about it and do some stuff like that. But, you know, so many people are like, oh, I didn't know that you could only put down, like you could put as low as like 3% down. Like I would love to talk to you about that more. So I've gotten a lot of feedback from the reels, and that's definitely the most, like views and stuff I get from the reels. Like yesterday I posted one and I had like 4,000 views within like a couple hours, which was crazy to me.
That's awesome.
Gotten. So
yeah, it is crazy the exposure you get from them.
Yeah, especially for people that are not following you. That's like, and so you're getting, you know, a reach out to people that you're not following, which is good because I'm trying to like, that's how you grow your business, you know. So that's been really successful this month, is doing more reels and stuff. And I have someone who does help me create a lot of content creation and stuff, just as far as like if I send her pictures, she'll kind of like edit them. She'll think of like cute little sayings and stuff because I'm not as creative with some of that stuff. And I ppay her like $200 a month. It's not too bad, but that's kind of like, yeah. Well, because I've gone through.
Her name is.
I've gone through a couple of different people, and like, you know, some of them, because I do a lot of it, so I'm like, I don't really need someone to like do everything, and nor did I like that, because I had someone that was doing that for me for a while, doing every single thing on my social media. And I just, for me, I wanted a little bit more like control and creative control in it. So she kind of just helps like get it all into, she puts it in a different app to get them like to where they post automatically and stuff, which I don't do that side because I'm just not as like tech savvy. So that side, which I'm sure if I sat down to really try and do it, I could figure it out. But I do like having her to just leverage that time, because the time that I do spend like making the reels and stuff like that, like social media is like a whole nother animal in itself, and it takes up so much time aside from our actual business and what we do like on the everyday today tasks for real estate. So
yeah, but it's like anything. It's like anything. If you're going to go all out, if you're going to do open houses, go all out, do it right. because then you'll get consistency. I don't think that social media is any different than any other type of prospecting. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes consistency. And so of course it's going to take time to do really well with your social media, or else you're not doing those things right.
Yeah, consistency is like the number one thing for social media. Throughout the past couple of months, I've had some personal things happen in my family, and I really took a step back from my business, and I wasn't posting, I wasn't doing a lot, and I just saw everything kind of just slowly, go down. And just the past month, when I've been back to just hitting it hard and being consistent, I've already, had like so many people reach out, and that following happening again to, get those referrals coming back from Instagram. So consistency with social media is definitely very important. So, but as far as content, like I said, like I think you can post, things about real estate, like about, top 5 reasons to sell your home, staging tips, like I'll do little reels of like my listings kind of with different music and stuff. But as far as like the lifestyle ones, I'm going to start doing reels on like different restaurants in Albuquerque, and kind of like just like doing little pictures of the food, drinks, like the atmosphere of it. So that kind of speaks more to like Albuquerque as a whole, not so broad. So I'm going to start doing some like that are more of like a niche marketing for Albuquerque, and then like events and stuff that I'll go to in Albuquerque as well. So to kind of bring that into like the lifestyle part of my business.
Yeah, I like that you can mix lifestyle though with, that's kind of businessy anyway, because you're showing who you are and you're showing your family and what you're doing, but you're also highlighting your area. So that flows beautifully. I think that's so smart.
Yeah, I'm going to also be doing like some neighborhood videos on YouTube and stuff, but I'm going to use like little clips from those as like for reels too, because you can kind of, from a bigger video, you can kind of take snippets from those for reels, which is like a great idea. So if you have any kind of like bigger, like videos of your listings and stuff, you can just take little parts of that and make a reel out of it. Or we're going to do like neighborhood watch kind of things, where we'll highlight different neighborhoods and we'll just take little snippets out of those for reels or posts or whatever as well. So you can build content off of so many different things. Like you don't have to just say, okay, this is for Instagram, this is for that. You can use it from, your listing videos, any other kind of marketing videos that you have. So.
Well, that's awesome. Is there any other tips that you'd like to give about leveraging leveraging social media for your business?
Also, I didn't really speak to this, but like hashtags, that's like so important. And I think a lot of people that aren't really familiar with hashtags don't kind of forget about that. For me, I always like to do small, medium, and large. And that like small is speaking more towards like your local community. So for mine, like I'll use like ABQ Realtor Live or ABQ Realtor or Albuquerque, and then a medium would be speaking more towards like New Mexico as a whole, and then the larger hashtags just like real estate marketing, real estate tips, and stuff like that. So I think that those are very important to make sure that you're using the right hashtags for your niche. And then obviously if I'm doing like a lifestyle post, I kind of change them a little bit, but I do stay consistent in a lot of the like some of them that I use, because the algorithms with Instagram, that's how they pick up on you, and that's how they kind of get you to where you need to be on the feeds and stuff. So
I always forget about hashtags. I always forget about them.
Well, I really like thinking about it like that, where it's like big, medium, small. That's a great idea. Never heard anyone say that.
Because a lot of people just try to think as like the biggest amount of posts and stuff for that hashtag. But honestly, sometimes your posts get lost in that. And if you're in Albuquerque and you like search, Albuquerque realtors, like that's how I've had a lot of people reach out to me, is from my hashtag, because they've just searched like Albuquerque realtor or NM realtor, and they've seen, a lot of my posts because I've stayed consistent with using that same hashtag. And they're like, oh, I looked this up and I saw you on Instagram and it looks like you do, a lot of business in Albuquerque, but from them just looking at that one hashtag, because I've stayed consistent using the same ones, they see tons of the posts, on that hashtag.
Yeah,
that was really helpful.
Yeah, very helpful. Thank you so much for telling us all those amazing tips.
Yes.
So if you guys are just listening to this, the other thing we want to bring to your attention is our Flourish event, the night of the November 3rd through the 5th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Chandler, Arizona. It is the most amazing women's conference that we do. It's full of excursions and fun and amazing speakers. This year, the speakers are off the hook, of course. Wait. So go get your tickets before they're out. You're going to be so sad if you go to get your tickets and we're sold out.
I know, I'm going to try and go. So
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Well, thank you, Kyleigh, so much. Thank you, my beautiful co-host, Kristen. We'll see you guys another time.
Thank you, guys.